Hi all. In this session, let's discuss about REST API with Spring Boot application. What is this REST API? Why it's important? How Spring Boot application uses this REST API? What is the difference between REST and SOAP? All these things I am going to discuss in this session. Please spend few minutes here and I am sure that this session will be very useful to you to understand the concept and you can crack any of the Java interview where they are asking Spring Boot and REST API related questions. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe this channel. You will get such videos which will be really helpful to you. Okay. So let's discuss further delay. First, you please understand what is this REST APIs. What is this REST architecture? Okay. So to make you understand, I will give you small example. You are purchasing any, you are doing any online shopping, right? You can using Amazon or Flipkart. So you are the customer. So you are opening that Flipkart app or Amazon app or even website, and you are choosing your item and you are add to cart and you are purchasing, right? So you see, if you are accessing your Flipkart or Amazon, either you will use your laptop or mobile phone you need, right? So you are the customer, you can say you are the client for the applications, and that application Flipkart or Amazon, we can say he is providing the service to us, right? So we can say that Amazon application or Flipkart application, it is a service provider, it is a server. And how we are communicating to that applications, we are using our laptop or phone, whatever may be. But in that laptop or phone, we are using a app or we are using a browser to connect that, right? And each application you take, there will be a database to store the information. Flipkart having one database, Amazon having one database, right? So in between this client and server, so server is the Flipkart applications and client is the you can use mobile, and in that you can use app or you can use a browser. Okay. So that communication client and server, you and your Flipkart, that communication is happening by using this REST API. So how the communication is happening? You are sending some request. Okay. So you are selecting one product. Suppose one mobile you wanted to purchase. So you are selecting that and you are providing the information. So how the information you are providing? If you type something in the browser, you are writing, right? HTTPS flipkart.com, like that, right? So that protocol HTTPS is the protocol we are using, right? So I will show you here same things we are doing. We will write a application and that application will become client and will call that application. Okay, that Spring Boot application will communicate by using this HTTP request. Okay, how you will send the request, and once you send the successfully request, hey, I need this mobile to purchase, and you provided your information, payment details and all, successfully ordered. If you ordered, and you will get a response that order successfully happened, right? How the request is happening and response is coming. So that request and response, that part is taken care by this REST API. It is sending the request. Whenever you are sending the request, there is a format. We can use JSON or XML. I will show you that. Okay, and how the response is coming. So this request and response, this is called REST APIs. Okay, so to taking your information and doing the things, then getting back the response. Okay, so this is the architecture of REST API. Okay, no worries, we'll understand. So let's see what is this REST. REST means representational state transfer. Representational means in which way you are sending the information, in XML format or in JSON format or text format. What is the format you wanted to send the request? Okay, state means data, transfer means carry. Okay, you are sending how. So that is called REST. So it is API means, you know, right? Application programming interface. Okay, so REST API is application programming interface that enables two application to communicate. As I told you, you means your mobile will communicate, your browser will communicate to this Flipkart or Amazon, right? So two applications. So your browser itself is a applications, you are the customer, and that's who is providing the service, that Flipkart or Amazon is the server. So how they are communicating to each other? By using this REST API, as I told. Okay. So let's understand why this REST API is so important in case of Spring Boot application. Not only the Spring Boot, but also other web applications are using this. REST is very popular. Okay, very lightweight and very easy to learn, and it's very important. Why it's very important? Let's understand. Okay, you know, right? We are using this REST API, we are using a client server architecture. Whenever there is a client and there is a server, they are communicating to each other. Generally, we used to use this REST API. So we are saying client server architecture. And stateless means what? Stateless means suppose you are the client and that Flipkart is the server. Okay, and you are passing some information, and you don't want that information is stored by that Flipkart or Amazon, any third party applications. You don't want to do that. So if you send some request, your request, maybe you are, whenever you are purchasing, you are giving your information, credit card information. You don't want that that information without your permission will be save in your any applications like Amazon and Flipkart. So that is called stateless. So whatever secure data you are sending to the, as part of request, you are sending to the server, you don't want that information will not store without your permission. That is called stateless. So by default it is stateless. By default it will not store until and unless you are not allowing. So if you are providing a credit card detail, it will ask you, you wanted to save this credit card detail for further use. If you choose yes, then it will save. Otherwise, by default, it will not save. You take any things you are saving, whenever you are sending some information in your request, it will not store by default. That capability is known as stateless. So by default, the stateless capabilities it enabled by REST APIs. Okay. Sorry. So cacheable like temporary memory. You want something, suppose some repeated kind of information each time you are providing to the applications. You are talking to a application, and each time you don't want to repeatedly share the information. So something you want to, that browser will say save something. So if you similar request you are sending multiple times, you no need to each time you will type. So that is a cache. So that is in memory. So it is a temporary memory, we can say. So it will be stored actually in your browser. So that facility is there by using this REST API. Okay. And what is this uniform interface and layer system? So layered system means you take any web application, there is some layer, right? UI layer, business layer, service layer, controller layer, all this layer is there, right? In this kind of systems, we are using this REST APIs. Okay. And uniform interface means actually we are talking to a server, right? Each things you are talking, each request you are sending, each request. So you are trying to purchase some items, that purchase items, that URL will be different. If you wanted to add some items to your cart, that URL will be different. You wanted to cancel one items, that URL will be different. So each action URL is different than others activities. So that is called uniform interface. Okay, you know, Rich, I will show you. Okay. So key concept we can say, like in REST we are saying it is resource. Whatever you are doing, suppose in your applications some employees is there, departments is there, so anything you can say it is a resource. Okay. So you know, any application is there, as I told you, we are having this kind of call. Either you will make a get call or post call or put delete. So these are the calls we are having actually. These are the methods: get method, post method, put method, delete method, along with other methods also there. But these are very important methods. Okay. So you see this URL, you are making a call. Suppose you are having applications, okay, and you are trying to get, okay, let me develop a applications for you. Okay. So I wanted to show you something. I will develop a crud applications. Okay. Then I will show you how it is working. Okay. So that application will create some resource, means you will create suppose it's a employee management application, any application you can take. It will create some employees, and it will read, means it will retrieve or update, delete, all these things will do. You know, right? Any applications, there will be this kind of layer, it may be more actually. So to make it simple, I wanted to show there will be DB, and you are the client, and you will make some call, and that call will go to controller layer, and controller layer pass the information to service layer. Then service layer will pass the information to repository, repository will talk to DB and get the information. So controller, service layer, repository layer, all these things, it is common layer actually in any web applications. And whenever you are talking to this web applications, either you will use HTTP get or port, post or put or delete, all these methods. Okay, actually we are having, these are the methods. Okay, I will show you. Wait. Let me develop a app. Already I develop a application. Otherwise the video will be lengthy. Okay. You see this application. So this application is very simple. Okay. So there will be employee controller. This application is creating some employees. Okay. What they are doing? We are creating some employees, and we are getting those all employees. Okay. So you see, we are getting all the employees, and it is, we are having this controller, and we are having this model actually. So this is the employee class. We are having three attribute: employee ID, employee name, employee email ID. Okay, three attribute is there. And collection name is employee. We are connecting to the MongoDB. To connect to the MongoDB, we have wrote this. Okay, so this is the port of MongoDB, 271 27017. This is the default port, and localhost is the my laptop. Actually in my laptop I installed, so localhost. Okay, this is the application port, 8084. This is the Spring Boot application port. And what is the database name? empdb. You see, in the MongoDB, this is the MongoDB. You need to install the MongoDB. You can follow my previous session how to install MongoDB, how to develop the Spring Boot applications. So here we'll concentrate this rest. Okay, so I will not explain much in the applications. So just I'm saying there is a MongoDB, and the table name is empdp. Sorry, table name is this is called collection here. Table name is employee, and the database name is empdb. Okay, you see employee table having some records. You see 101, and the employee name ABC, then Hari, Nandini, Kiran, all these employees we are having already, right? So in this applications, you see, we are having controller, right? In this controller, if we call the all employee, how we will call? This is the API, this is the class label path actually. Okay, the API dot all API. And what is the port number we are running? The application running in 8084. So if we'll run these applications, let me run these applications. Okay, it will run in 8084. So you see, this is postman actually. Okay, so if you'll see, if you'll make a get call, what is this? HTTP is the protocol, and localhost means in which laptop your application is running. This is the port of your application, 8084, and this is the path. This is the path of your applications. API all API. If you send it, you see all API is coming. All employees 101, 103, 102. Okay, so these are the employees we are having. Okay, so now what we will do? Okay, let me refresh this DB actually. Okay, three employees only there: ABC, Hari, Nandini. So it is showing. So like this, so this is a get call actually. This is a get call. Like this, we can make a post call to create a employee. You see, I will create a employee, which employee ID I can give 105. I will say employee name will be Narendra. Okay, and I will say Naren Java help. So I will make a post call. So it is post call. So what will happen? One new record will be created here. That is called Narendra. You see, you have to refresh. You see, now it is coming Narendra. So like this, we can make a get or post. You see how, what are the calls we can? These are the HTTP methods: get, post, put, delete, head, options, patch. Other methods are there, you can use sometimes, but these get, post, put, delete, so these are the important, these four methods always will be useful. Okay, so put method means what it will do, it will update the resource. Okay, if you wanted to update, suppose 105 I wanted to update, just now I provided, right? So that 105 I will update, and what that 105 I given Narendra, right? Narendra only I given. Now I will update, instead of Narendra I will say Narendra Sahu. So here it the email ID will be Naren Java. So you see, now I will make a put call. So updated successfully. You see, we'll go to this Narendra Sahu updated. You can update, and even you can delete that 105. You can delete. I will delete one. So it is deleting that Narendra Sahu deleted. So what I'm trying to say, these are the calls. These are the API calls. Okay. So here this is the path actually. This is the path. How this path is coming, you see, it will make a call, it will go, and it will fastly, it will touch to controller, and it will touch to API, then it will match with the URL delete you wanted to do. So API delete, then you are giving a employee ID. What employee ID we just now given 105. Okay, so we given 105, so it came here and it is trying to delete. So it is calling that report delete by ID. Okay, existing method. Okay, this is by MongoDB. So what I told, this actually will communicate to service, and it will communicate to repository. I have not wrote any service directly, I will communicate to repository here to make it simple. Okay, so this is your repository. Okay, this is your repo. Okay, so this is crud applications actually. So what I'm trying to say, how you are making call actually, that is important, that you need to understand. So that things you see, this is called URI, uniform resource identifier. Okay, so any applications, okay, you will call like this. So you have to provide the application's port number and where the application is running. This time the application is in localhost, so you are providing this HTTP. So this is called REST API. Okay, so you see, these are the calls, get, post, put, you can do. Okay, this is getting one record, and this is getting all the records you can make. Okay, so as I told you, these four is the common HTTP methods: get, post, put, delete. So post means it is creating a new resource, put means it is updating that. Okay, and delete means deleting, get means getting. So that whenever you're sending request like this, you send, whenever you will get the response. Okay, so 200 means it is success. You see, you are trying to make a get call. Okay, so you see, we are making a get call, we are getting the information 200. Okay, so like this we are having this HTTP response code. These are very important response code, you need to remember actually, not remember, you need to understand actually. If you understand, no need to remember actually. So 200 means success response, 201 means you created one record. Okay, so that is 201. So created successfully, if created, suppose you are creating a record, suppose I will say 106, and I will say minus. Okay, you see here, you observe here, it will show what 201. Oh, in post call you created, but it is showing 200, actually it's supposed to show 201. Okay, okay, generally it will show 201, but it is showing 200. It is success actually. Okay, that's why it is showing, but generally it will show 201. Okay, we need to check why it is showing 200, it's supposed to show 201 actually. So 400 means bad request. So that means if you are sending some request which is bad actually, which is not a correct request, invalid request you are sending. Suppose I will send like this without any colon, okay, something like that, what it will show? You see 400 bad request, that means that request is not valid, so that is called 400. Okay, so now you see 401, any authorized, if whenever you are sending that request, right, you are setting your authorized. Here I am not providing any authorized. If you are providing any authorized, any application, there is a username and password. Okay, so if will give that and if will change it, that okay, somebody will change and that that credential is not correct, then you will get that 401 error. That means some unauthorized, that your application is not authorized to access. Okay, and 403 means forbidden, your server is not, it is refusing to respond. Okay, that is the way server is refusing. Okay, so if you are searching 4 not if you are getting 404 means you are trying to get a path which path is not there actually. So suppose instead of emp I will say like something like this, so we don't have that path, so it is trying to search something in the server which is not there. So it is giving me 404, that means it is not finding the resource which you are looking. Okay, that is 404. 500, it's a general error, if any server internal error will come, that you will get 500. So this 200, 201, 401, 500, 404, 403, all the status code is very important. It's common status code, you usually will face this status code whenever you will do some development activities, some testing activities in your applications. Okay, so that's what I noted down. We have many more status code actually, but this status code is very important to know. Okay, we are having two types of web services, SOAP and REST. Okay, so this REST is very easy to learn, and REST is supporting like HTML, XML, JSON. You see, we are sending information, right, and we are getting information. In which format we are sending? You see, we are sending in JSON. We are having, these are the format: JSON or XML, HTML, text, auto, any format you can send and you can get. Okay, so no problem. You see, we are getting in JSON. If you wanted to see in text, okay, you see it is showing in text. Okay, so like this, so it is supporting, REST is supporting all this format. Okay, whereas SOAP supporting only XML format. Okay, so this REST is more preferred. Okay, REST is lightweight, more preferred. If you write this SOAP API, you need to do lot of circus actually. WSDL file you will write, some XML conversion you will write. It is really difficult and traditional way actually. Nobody is using any old application, they are using this SOAP. So this REST is very important and lightweight. So but SOAP is more secure. SOAP is more secure than REST, because in REST whenever you are sending some request, there may be chances in that URL itself you can see some, that's why the alternative is we are encrypting your request. Okay, but if you see whatever your request you are sending, right, anybody can see, oh, this is your port and this is your path, all these things. Okay, it can be leaked, so that REST is less secure than SOAP. Okay, and we are having libraries actually. So JAX RS is the libraries. Okay, APIs using internally for RESTful web services, and SOAP that is JAX WS web services. Okay, WS. So like this we are having much more difference actually. Okay, you need to understand. Okay, so nowadays everybody is using REST only, nobody using SOAP. Okay, so this REST is more compatible with the Spring Boot applications, all the web applications, familiar web applications. We are using this REST. Okay, we are using here URI and all these things. Okay, so these are the difference actually. Okay, SOAP and REST. Okay, so that's all about this session. You try with a example actually. You create a example and you try to understand what is the request, what is the response, what is the request code, and what is the response code. All these things you practice, then only you can understand. So if you have any doubt, please let me know in a comment section, I will respond it. Okay, so if you are new to this channel, please subscribe this channel. It will be really motivate me to create some more videos for you. and please like and comment. If you have any doubt or you don't have any doubt, please comment your opinion on these videos. It will be really motivate me. And thanks a lot for watching these videos. I will let's meet in a new session. Thank you so much.